All right, good evening, everyone. This will be our angler briefing and our pre-event podcast for event number 5 for the South Carolina Bass Nation Kayak Series at Santee Cooper. If you haven't noticed already, this is going to be a joint event with the local Santee Club, SMKA, also known as Santee Monster Kayak Angler. And I do have their tournament director and president here with us. What we're going to do real quick is we're going to go through the stuff for the South Carolina Bass stuff, and then we'll bring on Chris to speak about SMK. There's a lot of information to go through tonight, and I just want to make sure that everybody was aware before we head into this week and prepare for this weekend. Um, let's roll in and start talking about this being our season's last event. So, those of you that's fished with us all season, thank you. Looking at the Angler of the Year standings, your hard work is paid off. Those of you that have not fished with us this season and maybe looking forward to doing that, this is our last event. And the way you can qualify is for our state championship on Lake Kiowee, August 22nd and 23rd, is to get a top 5 finish at Santee. And how that works is we have what's called roll down. So if there's guys in the top 5 that have already qualified for the state championship through a previous event, we will skip those and go down to the next. So let's say the top 5 that finish in Santee have already qualified. 6 through 10 will then get a ticket to the state championship. So it's not set to just those top 5. If you've already qualified, we skip into the next person. So those of you that are new, haven't fished with us all season, don't be intimidated by that. Jump in. All you have to do is make sure you're a Bass member. Then you have to pay your South Carolina Bass Federation and your Bass Federation fees. And I have a post in our feature tab on the Facebook page for you to be able to figure all that out and the links to make those payments. Once you do that, email that to me at the email listed in that post. Entry fee is $65. That includes a $5 big bass. And then also we have optional Rear Heroes donations, and that goes to John House that runs the Real Heroes Purple Heart Homes. Going into Angler of the Year, with this being our last event as well, this is the last event that reflects Angler of the Year standings. Right now, this is the gentleman that is leading, Mr. Lowell Branham. He has got 383 points, and this is before we factor in our drops. And as most of you know, this event or this Angler of the Year award is presented by Big Adventures Relax Retreat Outdoors, and we are giving away a bona fide PWR 129 in camo. So as of right now, this is the man that y'all need to catch up to. The guys at the top, they're not far behind. It really could go any way this coming weekend. I know he's already signed up, so he's coming to claim that title. So those of you looking to also do that, this is the man to get behind. So congrats, Lowell, for staying on top for the majority of the season, and we're interested to see how this finishes out. And since we're talking about standings, this is where we are as of right now. You got Lowell with 383, Charles with 376, Jason Davis is got 370. Johnny Sanchez is right in there with 364. Jose Romero's got 362. Then we come down to JC Sanchez, the other brother, with 358. Philip Wallman has 357. Mr. Matthew Conyers, his first season fishing with us, and I believe that might be his first season fishing a tournament trail. He is number 8, closing him at top 10 with 353 points. Jesse Martinez with 350, and then Ezekiel Martinez with 348. So our top 10, there's not a crazy gap. And if these guys show up, depending on how it finishes or who might not show up, it could go anyway. And, factoring in the drops, our top 16 have already missed an event this year, but depending on that finish this weekend, they just have to show up and, their drop already be factored. So whatever points they get for this weekend, that'll reflect their overall for the year. So, I mean, this could really go either way. But like I said, Lowell's, he's in the lead so far, and he's had a very strong season. Very, very strong. So, going into who has already qualified for this year, you see for event 1, that was at Lake Greenwell. We took 5 anglers for that event. Event 2 was at Lake Hartwell, and that is our annual recruiting event. And for that event, we take 10 anglers being the recruiting event. And this is the only event out of the year that you do not have to have membership dues. And so we take the top 10. And obviously, guys, if you're on that list and you have not paid your South Carolina dues, please make sure you do that before the state championship. We took 5 from Lake Murray, and that was a joint event with Queen City, and that was a battle, man. That lake really showed out that weekend. And our last event on Lake Russell, that was a joint with Georgia Bass Nation Kayak Series, and we took 10 anglers from that, and that is an annual thing we do with them every year. So we got 5 more spots. We've already taken 30 anglers that have punched their ticket for the state championship. So 5 more spots available at Santee Cooper. So if your name's on this list, you're good. But don't let that stop you from coming down to Santee, because the bass fishing has been amazing there lately. Now I'm going to bring on Mr. Chris Platts, and we're going to let him talk about SMKA. Chris, how's it going? Just that we talked about, I can't hear you. You're muted. Unmute yourself. At least I hope that's what it is.
Okay, here we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Everybody in the stream, can y'all hear him?
Good deal.
Hey guys, if you have questions or any comments, we'll try to address them as we're rolling through. I'll try to bring them up on screen for us to address. But if I do miss it at the end, we're going to have a Q&A, question and answer for everybody, and we'll try to address everything before we end the stream. But Chris, I didn't see anybody say they couldn't hear you. I can hear you all right. So let's tell us about SMKA.
Well, first off, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And also coming down to Santee and getting to a joint event with such a great club, man, I just appreciate the opportunity to have such a fun event like this. SMKA is, we're a fun club. I mean, we're a tight-knit group of guys. We have a couple females as well that hadn't been fishing with us this year, but guys and gals. We only fish Santee. Typically, our tournaments are out of a ramp or 2. So we keep it like close instead of it being open lake. So we're all super excited to do an open lake event where we get to pick our own ramp on Santee. But yeah, I mean, it's just a little local club. We have fun. Our entry fee is really low. Our entry fee is only $30. There's an optional big bass for $10 and an optional small bass for $10 as well. We will also be doing, an award ceremony with you all. We hand out trophies. We pay out the same day. So, you win or you place and you get a check, you'll get something later on that afternoon. We do fast payouts. We use Fishing Chaos. So that's going to be a main difference between our 2 clubs. You guys use 20X, which I love 20X as well. But we use Fishing Chaos. So if you have any questions, any of your members have any questions on how to use Fishing Chaos, or how to sign up, any of those questions, you can directly message me on Facebook. I know you have my phone number, Caleb. If somebody prefers to do texting, you can give them my phone number, and I'd love to be able to help out in any form or fashion that I can with that.
Okay.
And then
where are y'all at in your season? Yeah. Go ahead.
Our season, this is going to be event number 7 for us. So we start fishing in January. We do 1 tournament every month. We also have a monthly series, and our monthly series can be in any public waters in South Carolina. So if, now that your guys' season is coming down and looking into next year, if any of your members want to fish in a little fun monthly series, it's first, second, third, they get gift cards to Tactical Fishing Company, and then we do 100% payout for big bass and small bass of the month as well. So it's a fun tournament. It's only $10. So it's just something fun. So if you're already going out fishing and you want to have a little competition and you don't want to sign up for something like KBF or, I know Queen City does a monthly. I know there's a lot of monthlies out there. This is something very cost effective to still be competitive and have a little fun. But yes, this is event number 7. We do a few events as well. We do our Firecracker Team Tournament, which is coming up next month. We do it in July, hence the Firecracker. That's a fun event. You do have to be a member to sign up for the Firecracker. So our membership fee, I have to double check, to be honest with you, I think it's $40 is what our membership fee is. So we also do an automatic bid to our Tournament of Champions if you win. We do points just like all other clubs, and our top 5 in points gets to go to the TOC as well. But if you win a tournament with us, you automatically go to the TOC, but you do have to be a paid member for that to be in effect. So for your members that are coming down, if they're interested in doing it, it's a 2-day TOC tournament. It will be in November. We haven't announced the dates yet. But what we'll do is we end up randomly drawing 2 ramps from the lake, and day 1 will be one ramp, day 2 will be a different ramp, and we have a 2-day shootout, man. It's a lot of fun. The biggest thing about our club, man, it's all about camaraderie and having a good time and learning from each other. So it's a really good club to get into if you are looking to fish in something that's a little more competitive like SC Bass.
Yeah, and I fish when I can. I'm kind of committed to what I've got going on this year so far. But every tournament, I kind of got into tournament fishing between, getting away from the smaller clubs. SMKA kind of got me on that bigger club size, 20, 30, 40 anglers sometimes. And that's kind of where I started out. And it's a great trail to fish, especially in the Santee Cooper area. I mean, they're bouncing around just about every ramp they hit throughout the year. And that's why it's an extensive trail. But, I enjoy it.
Great way to learn the lake.
Yeah, it definitely is. So while I got you, we got a little surprise for everybody. We're going to try to make this an annual little joint series. So we're calling this the Cypress Classic, and we're going to kick it off this year with 2026. How this is going to work is it's going to be a versus event at the same time as a joint event. If you hadn't seen the post already, how it's going to work is a $5 buy-in, and 100% of these proceeds are going to go to the Heroes on the Water Low Country chapter. We've made contact with them. They're actually going to be coming to fish, I believe, and they signed up for y'all side of the event.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Luther Greer has already signed up for the event, and he'll be there.
So yeah, we're going to be giving back to the Heroes on the Water just like we do to Real Heroes throughout our season. This is something me and Chris have talked about doing for a while. We had a different idea in mind. It didn't quite pan out logistically the way we wanted it to. So we said, we want to make this a joint event every year. And why not do it this way where we can raise money for a good cause? So 100% of the proceeds from the versus buy-in, which is $5 per angler, is going to go back to Heroes on the Water. And what we're doing from that is the top 5 anglers' links of the ones that registered from each club. We're going to combine those, and the total overall length is going to win, and we're going to have an award of some type made, and that's going to get passed along from club to club depending on who wins it every year. So we know South Carolina Bass is going to win it this year, so I'm going to take that back with me. And I might as well just get a showcase of one of the curios for it, because it's just going to start sitting there. I might have to dust it off, every so often, because y'all are never going to get it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, look, man, every night people go to sleep and have dreams. You're allowed to have dreams too.
But yeah, so it's a $5 buy-in. You automatically puts you in to the event itself. And what that's also going to do is that's going to give you one raffle ticket. We've got some prizes and giveaways that we're going to be doing after our awards ceremony. And I've got a big roll of tickets. I'll have everybody's name. What you do is whenever you PayPal me, the PayPal's in the event listing. Make sure you send it friends and family, please. I know a couple of y'all have sent it goods and service. It's all right. I'll cover the 15 cents or whatever that it took out. But from anybody else that hasn't done it already, make sure it comes friends and family. $5. Any extra $5 on top of that gets you another ticket for the raffles. So we'll have, I think Relax Retreat, they're giving a free 2-night stay for up to 6 people. You're doing a guided tour.
Yep, free guided
out at Santee Cooper.
Yeah,
free guided tour. Then we're going to have product that we're going to be giving away. And just like I said, all that we're going to be bringing to the ramp with us after awards. So as many raffle tickets that you'd like to buy, go ahead and get those PayPal over to me. It's easier to manage the money there. I'm trying to limit the cash at the ramp kind of deal, just so I can just transfer that straight over to Heroes on the Water.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I will have
$5 per raffle ticket.
$5 per ticket, and that first $5 buys you into the versus event.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add to that?
I really want to say, man, it's $5. Let's help out the Heroes on the Water. That's a great organization. They do a lot. I know it's of the Low Country. They have a lot of chapters, but I know the one here is super active. I think they do like
Yeah.
10 events a year or something. And what they do with their funds is they feed their guys. They have kayaks that they have to buy. They have to maintain those kayaks and all the travel that goes into it. So I talked to Luther about it. And just to show how grateful they are, I was like, hey, we might only be able to raise like $100. And he was like, oh, I don't care. He was like, every little bit helps. So, they're grateful for anything we can do. So if you guys can, find it in your hearts to donate, a little more. I know $5 gets you in, but if you got $20 laying around, man, donate that $20. It'll go to a good cause, and you could probably win an awesome prize.
Yep. I believe that's all I have to touch on with that joint event. And like I said, any questions that y'all may have, put in the comments and we'll try to address it. And if not, we'll bring it back up at the end of the thing for a question and answer. Let's kind of go over rules between the two clubs. I know the biggest thing is going to be us being on Tourney X and then y'all being on Fishing Chaos.
Yes.
So with the times, we've got it 5:45 launch, 6 a.m. lines in.
Yes.
2 p.m. lines out, 3 p.m. final submission. So we're giving everybody an hour to make sure you get everything uploaded both ways. And then we're not going to start our awards till 4 o'clock. So if you're in an area far away from awards and you're worried about packing up, getting service, getting fish submitted, we just gave you another extra hour so you can focus on just getting your stuff submitted, get loaded up by 3 o'clock, and then be at awards by 4. So, and all that's going to be held at John C. Land off of Greenall Road. That is the Tall Call Creek, the big tournament ramp that everybody uses. When you go in there, do not make that immediate left to go to the ramp area. Hold that road all the way around the back to the pavilion. That's where we'll be set up. We've got, I believe, Guada Taco and some other people.
The barbecue.
Yes, Cowabunga's barbecue and briskets.
Yep. Which I saw their menu. It looks pretty good. So
it does look good. I thought I had their menu that she sent me.
I do know that she posted the menu onto the SMKA Facebook page.
I think she did.
She did it under your post that you made about the event, about the joint event. Okay. I want to say the lady's name is Barbara, if I'm not mistaken.
I got a Susan Castleman.
Maybe that's Susan. I apologize, Susan.
If I can get it today, if I get it to pull up. Oh, I got it. All right, let's see. I should have done this earlier.
Man, what ramp is that at Santee, man? Quit lying.
Boom. There we go.
Yeah, they got some good looking stuff there.
Yeah, we're looking like barbecue sandwich basket, fried catfish, barbecue quesadillas, brisket slider, flounder. You reckon they're getting that out of Santee?
She better be coming down my way to get that down here near Charleston.
Yeah, I mean that is a loaded menu for a food truck. I don't believe I've ever seen a food truck with a menu like that. It's usually, minimum couple options.
Yep.
Minimal, man, but that looks pretty good. I'm excited for that. Deal. And I never made contact with the other group.
Okay. The motorcycle club?
No, the Guada Taco.
Oh, the food truck. I got you.
Yes, the other food truck's Guada Taco, and I believe they're more of like a Chipotle style kind of truck. And this is going to be, your traditional barbecue.
Good deal.
I say traditional.
As long as we have a food truck, I mean, I'm good with that. I just know I'm probably the same as most people. I'm starving by the time I get off the water.
Right. So, and what's going on with that? There is a one of the river runs going on, or lake runs. I can't remember what the name of that club was. Was it the poker run?
I think it's a poker run.
Okay, I know that's also a benefit event. They're ending at 2 o'clock at John C. I believe that was their last stop, and so those food trucks will be serving them, and as we're coming in, that gives them time to reset. I think the best idea is probably everybody try and get something to eat prior, so we're not holding these guys over till 4:30, 5 o'clock waiting on us to eat. I say once you get in there, grab you something to eat, and then come on over to us. They'll be set up in that same general area, I believe, where the pavilion's at.
Yep, probably that back parking lot.
Yep. So we're gonna we'll have all that set up over there by them. We'll be under the pavilion in the shade. I believe there might be a fan in there in that building. I can't remember. I know we pulled one out of there for a tournament one time. So if it's still in there, we'll have that going to get y'all some cool air. But it shouldn't be too hot over there. There's plenty of tree cover, and then the pavilion's covered up as well.
Yep.
So
yeah, it always feels good there. I fished a July tournament out of there. It might have been a June tournament actually, and it felt really good under that pavilion compared to being out in that water that day. It was real hot.
It's tucked away in the corner.
Yep.
So I said, if you have no idea where John C's at, I've got the directions in the Tourney X list, and I believe I have it on the Facebook event post as well. I don't know if you put that in y'all's Fishing Chaos thing.
It is. Well, I don't know if I put that in there for awards. I'll double check. I can always add it just in case.
Yeah, it's literally at the end of Green All Road. I mean, once you get to the end of it, you can't go no further unless you're going to drive in the lake.
I mean, if you can't find John C on Santee, you're not going to catch any fish out of Santee.
If you're going to drive into the lake, you're going to take a couple pine trees with you. So.
Yeah, very, very easy for landing to find.
Yeah. So I guess we kind of got sidetracked there. Back to the rules. 5-fish limit, 12-inch minimum. We only allow the Yak Attack leaderboard and all of the catch boards, including the carbonate, we do allow. I think that's the same for y'all. So yeah, those are the only two boards. We don't require a specific ID card. We do encourage that everybody has an ID card, and kind of lean away from writing it on your hand unless you have to.
Emergency.
The only discrepancy with y'all is I think y'all do require your name to be written on the card.
We do. So for any of you guys that are double dipping from your club, that's all we ask is to just write your name on the card somewhere, or at least somewhere within your picture area. So if you write your name, and I don't know, as long as I can see it in the picture, I just need to see your name. We just use that as an ID as well, because just an ID card, it just makes it tough. So we like to see the name on there. It's just something we have in the rules.
Times are lining up. No portaging. The boundaries are going to be, I think the furthest ramp you can use is Bates Bridge.
Bates Bridge is the furthest north.
And then no locking, so we can't go below the locks on Moultrie. You got to stay within the lake system. The bodies of water that you may see in other events that are not allowed for this event is pretty much anything that you can't access from the main lake. So Bar Pit being one of those, and I believe, is it Church Branch?
Church Branch, Big Branch.
Yeah, however it's referred to. Those are not areas that you can access from the main lake itself, so those are off limits.
Yes, there's also a private area. I want to say it's in the back of, is it in the back of Wabu, or where there's a community back there, and they have boat lifts that can take you into another pond back there.
That's Wabu Plantation. I don't even think you'd be able to use them lifts without having the access to it.
You do have to have access code. I'm just stating that it is off limits, because I don't know if somebody does have access to it, but that is 100% off limits. I fished in there one time, and it is definitely unfair to go in that pond. There's some giants back in that little pond.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anywhere to hide from with locations on pictures and stuff. So
right.
But if you are caught in any of those areas, it will be an immediate DQ. I don't think we're going to have that issue with any of our anglers. So
that's great.
I don't know how low up towards the river it is. I assume it's come up some. But if you're in an area and you have to get out of your kayak and pull your kayak to where you want to go fishing, that is portaging, and that is against the rules. Really, you're not supposed to leave your kayak at all.
That's correct.
So And besides, got to use the restroom or whatever.
Yep.
So
I don't know if it's in your rules too, but if you see an angler in distress, we require that you do help them as well. So you hear somebody blow a whistle 3 times, you're required to assist them. It's in the
I'd
rule.
have to
You should do that
confirm if it's
anyway,
in
but
right. I mean, morally, you should do that.
yeah.
So
Hopefully, there's no issues like that.
No, hopefully not. I know there were some gator run-ins last week with the Bassmaster. I know your guys are very familiar with the gators.
Yes.
I'm sure all of our guys, they've been to Santee. They're well aware.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean, all you
mating
got to do is if
season.
they run at you, just move on, man.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all do have a specific rule about um, what's the word to use? The terminology, distance between anglers. You want to kind
50
of explain
yards.
that a little bit?
Yeah. So we do have a 50-yard courtesy rule. If you get into a pocket or area like that, if you encounter another angler, and as long as you're 50 yards away, you don't have to say a word to that angler. But if you get within that 50 yards, you need to be speaking, and you need to have whoever's there first. So if I'm in the back of a pocket and you're coming up to me, you need to give me 50 yard space. I don't care if you say hello. Like I said, we're a friendly group or whatnot, but we do ask, because even being friendly, it's still a competition. So we do have a 50-yard rule. Um, and I have kind of seen some people try and do this too, where they'll be fishing as a team. Ain't none of that neither. So you ain't gonna be sitting there fishing right beside your buddy, and you guys are breaking down the lake together. This isn't a team tournament, so it's 50 yards. You gotta be
Sharing fish, huh?
sharing fish, bro. I don't like that. Now that's basically cheating in my book. I mean, but yeah, there's got to be 50 yards between anglers. If you want to holler at each other from 50 yards away and tell everybody the juice so that everybody can hear it, totally fine with that. Yeah, no, we do ask that you give anglers 50 yards.
Okay. Um, I don't think there's any other rule difference off the top of my head that I can think of.
No, I read over both of them. They seem like we're pretty much in line with our rules. The name on the ID was the biggest
Yeah, yeah,
change that I saw in the rules. And then we usually do a 30-minute launch time, but we were definitely going to change that so we can do. Creating
yeah.
joint events may have some obstacles, but nothing major. I mean,
Right.
not
Yeah.
we all use pretty much the most common rules, I would say, in kayak fishing in general. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well,
and then let's see, off limits. Did you want to touch on lodging? I know a lot of your guys are coming from out of town. We have some
yeah,
guys that do live kind of far away as well. So I think you said something about you had a deal on lodging.
yeah. So Relax Retreat has pretty much what they have a group rate. And what we'll do is we get the list of anglers that need somewhere to stay. Right now, the rate's $75 a night. I have a couple that are coming in for a few nights, and I have a few that are just staying Friday night. Whatever you may need, let me know ASAP because I don't need to be calling them, Friday night. Hey, this is how many I need. They need to book the appropriate cabin ahead of time. That way we don't get booked out. And how it's going to work is like right now I got 5 people. Whether they give us the big cabin to hold 5 people, or we split it up against a few cabins, that's left up to Relax to accommodate. Um, I guess their bookings and whatnot, but it's going to be a shared cabin. You may be staying with people you know and people you may not know. We could figure that out after the fact. I'll just give him the number and say, hey, this is how many people I need to lodge for however many nights. It's $75 a night, which is the cost to you. They're on the lake. Probably one of the best launches on the lake is where you'll be staying. You literally wake up, launch your boat, go fishing, not have to drive anywhere. If that's something you're interested in, let me know as soon as possible. Like I said, I got 5 people on the list right now. So $75 a night. I need to let them know ASAP. So let me know ASAP. I can't stress that enough. I hate last minute stuff.
Yeah, I'd say let's just make the cutoff. What do you want to say? Wednesday evening?
I think probably, and I'll talk to Chris and David. I think Chris is out of town. So
Okay.
both of them are really out of town, but I think Chris is going on a trip. I'll figure out whoever's going to be managing it the rest of the week, and we get an exact cutoff. I mean, really, guys, just if you could try and figure it out, tonight, tomorrow, that'd be great, so we can really know what we're working with. I'll be staying there as well, so we just kind of go from there. It's 75 a night. So I got some staying Friday night, and I've got some staying Friday and Saturday that live way up in the upstate, and they just want to drive home Sunday morning. So.
Absolutely. We welcome you guys to come down to Santee, man. We're glad to have y'all down here, dude. This is a great lake to fish. I know a lot of you guys that fish Santee.
Mm-hmm. I
I have
believe
some
a good
guys in
bit of
my
them.
club fish it 3 times a week. So, it's a great place to fish.
I don't know why they're fishing it so much, man. We're coming to take that, that award.
I was talking to some of my guys, and they were just wanting to make sure that this is something you guys actually want to do. People know I don't embarrass easy, so I just wanted to make sure that you are okay with embarrassment as well.
Yeah, I don't think y'all got anything to worry about. We can take any challenge thrown at us, and this really won't be a challenge. This is a cakewalk for us, dude.
Oh, I'm super excited. And I don't know, I just want to say, man, like, I love the trash talk and the fun in it. So, like, if some of your guys want to post on our page, I'm sure some of our guys will start posting on your page. People like to make fun memes. Let's have fun with it, dude. It's going to be really good. Taking that cypress home with me. I think, what I think I'm going to do? We ought to just cut a cypress limb off, and that'll be the trophy, and we etch in the year who won each year.
I don't think you really have any more room for another trophy, man.
I got some wall room right here, man. What are you talking about?
Chris, you know something? Most of those have probably come in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Not all
none
of
of these
them.
are old trophies. These are all from
Like last 2 years at the most.
Yeah, I have one trophy from 2023, and the rest are from 24 and on.
Hey, check this out.
What's it say?
Ron Schuett said, "Sounds like the two of you should do a side bet."
All right.
I don't know that me and you could do a side bet, because like, how much have we fished together in the past few months? Really, in the last month.
A lot, but I mean, you will get, like, what are we gonna get? Like 83 inches to 84 inches. We fished a lot, but we ain't got nothing to show for
it. Or one of us will go one day, drop close to 100, and the other one drops 40 with 10 fish, and then we switch the next day. Who catches what?
We could do a side bet, like, whoever gets the worst score has to run with their shirt off across the landing at John C.
Oof.
I'd be fun. I'd be fine with something like that.
Just run straight off the dock.
Just run.
Check this one out. Martin said, "Loser shaves face."
I'm fine with that too. I lose 20 years when I shave my face. I look like I'm in high school.
I'd look like I'm in high school.
Well, you're much closer to high school than I am.
Yeah, well, nobody really knows how old I am. It surprises people. So
53, right?
Yeah, we'll go with that. So
we'll come up. Maybe we'll take a poll and for a side bet. We'll come up with a couple options and do a poll. Make fun. No nude stuff though. I'm just putting it out there. We're not doing any weird stuff like that.
Yeah, nothing weird, man.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to touch on?
No. The only thing I did want to touch on was, for those that aren't aware, is that the Bassmaster National Kayak Champion is on Lake Murray.
I was just about to roll into that.
Oh, you want? Go ahead.
Yeah. So
I want to talk about that.
If you have not qualified for national, which, unless you fished another state or you were in the top 5 from the Bassmaster, any Bassmaster event this year, or you're in the Bassmaster Angler of the Year runnings, this might be your last chance unless you're going to jump across state lines. But fish in our event, get a top 5 after roll downs, or if there's a couple of, I know for a fact Philip, one of y'all's members, is also one of our members. Yep. He's in our AOY running. Top 20 in AOY from our trail also qualified for state championship. So one more little hurdle to get to this Bassmaster National Championship, which will be at Lake Murray in October, I believe. October, right?
I want to say it was October.
They just announced it. Yep, it's coming to South Carolina. It's no longer going to be in conjunction with the Bassmaster Classic. We have to finish the Bass Nation stuff by a certain cutoff, and that same year, at the end of the year in the fall, we're having the national championship for the kayaks. We broke apart from the Bassmaster Classic. So, 2026, yep. I think, not that the Bassmaster Classic is anything bad. I love it. It's great. But our kayak anglers need the recognition, and I believe spacing it apart really broadcast those guys the best.
Absolutely.
So
And then for the state championship that you're having at Lake Kiowee, that's August
Kiwi.
22nd and 23rd. What? How do you determine how many people go from that tournament, the state championship, to the national? How does that work?
So we'll go back to this. You see your name on this list, pending the 5 guys that we haven't added from Santee. This will be everybody that qualifies in addition to the top 20 in AOI. When we get to Lake Kiowee, August 22nd, 23rd. Beautiful lake, by the way. Probably one of the most beautiful lakes in the state. It's right under Jocassee and above Hartwell. When we get there, however many anglers we had registered, so we'll use 50 for example. We get 50 anglers registered, we're going to take the top 10%. So
Oh,
5
wow.
anglers, yep. So 5 anglers from the top, or 5 anglers, top 10% of our state championship anglers that register will then move on to the national championship. So
That's
you
good.
know,
We need to represent South Carolina there, especially at our home
yes,
lake, dude.
yep. Murray, man, you can't ask for a better situation for Carolina anglers. I mean, even Georgia. I mean, that's
Yeah,
you're not driving halfway across the country for this. It's right here in South Carolina. So South Carolina guys, this is the opportunity to really show up and show out. So
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah, because
looking.
I think you have some anglers that live in Georgia that fish with you too, like Jason Davis, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. Doesn't he live in Georgia?
I'm not 100% sure, possibly, but
He
we
came. He
do
fished an event or two with us before. He's driven all the way from. I'm pretty sure it's Georgia. He's driven all the way from Georgia. It was
really.
Spires Landing. I know for sure. I met him at Spires Landing. Great guy, by the way.
Okay, yeah, Jason's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, I love all our guys. They're great. It's just we have an awesome membership, and it's fortunate to have guys like that, and y'all do as well. And so, but yeah, I mean, it's top 10% of anglers that register for the state championship then qualify for the national championship. And what a you know how much bigger of a stage could you ask to be on?
I
I
know, dude.
know Bennett has been the last few years, and he almost walked the stage. If he hasn't, he's walking the stage every year.
That's
I
good.
think we sent Bennett and Corey last year. Year before, I can't remember quite who it was. Barry usually qualifies from the Bassmaster Series. He follows the trail around the country. So,
Yeah.
and we've got a good bit of Carolina anglers that get to fish that every year, and they do great. They really represent. So,
I
what a
mean, our
better
state has
opportunity.
different fisheries and some
Yeah.
awesome fisheries that I feel like we just pump out really good fishermen. Um,
Hmm.
and shoot, I'm ready to fish with some of these good fishermen next weekend.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's crazy, different bodies of water. The Savannah River systems plays a big part in our schedule every year. We try to come to Santee every year, try to give Murray some love, but those upstate lakes on the Savannah system, they put out some massive spotted bass. We see a lot of spotted bass come in, and you'll get a surprise, kicker largemouth. I mean, I've seen a 25-incher pop up at Hartwell.
Yeah.
I mean, usually, you get those big fish up there. And it's nice to see the mixed bags. But man, those spotted bass, that's something else. I still haven't figured them out. I'll show up there and catch 5, 12 inchers. They don't do nothing for you.
Well,
But I
that can
mean,
happen
it's
to
just,
you too. Ask me how
yeah,
I know.
man. But
That's the story of my Bassmaster. A lot of 12
yep.
inches.
Um, I think that's all I have. I believe we touched everything. Anything else you think we're missing?
Yeah, there was one more thing I just want to, if I don't get a chance to talk to my guys in between now and then, is that when we do the award ceremony, SMKA is going to do our awards first. Um, So obviously the Bass guys have to sit there through our awards. I would ask that you stay for them. We're going to do the raffles after all the awards anyway. So if you got raffle tickets, you'll want to stay. So just plan for it to be a longer day. Most of our events, we get finished up, everybody meets at the ramp, we do our awards real quick, and everybody goes home. Go ahead and plan. Tell your wife you're going to be a little later coming home on June 13th because we're going to eat, we're going to have a good time, we're going to stay for both award ceremonies. Because that's how a joint event should be. This is something we want to do every single year. The Cypress Classic. I just can't wait for SMKA to hold that trophy up. So let's make sure we stay for those awards. because I would like to get a picture with whatever club wins. I'd like to get a picture of the group with the trophy.
So
be good. I guess let's just open it up, see if there's any questions or anything.
Yes, and now guys, this is Daryl said loser washes the winner's truck and kayak.
Ooh, that's actually kind of a good one there.
You don't have a kayak.
I technically still have a kayak, but I'm trying not to use it because it's for sale. So yeah, if anybody wants to buy Native Slayer 2026, man, I got a good deal, $1,800, including the pedal drive. Hit me up. Because Caleb is giving me his PWR, his backup PWR.
No, I'm not giving you a PWR.
He let me use it last week, and he said, "Man, you're such a good friend. I just want you to have this kayak." I said,
You're
"Thanks."
crazy.
I appreciate it.
You're wild. So, guys, this is y'all's time now. I'll give you a little bit. If there's any questions y'all want to ask, let's put those in the comments, and me and Chris will try to answer those to the best of our ability. So, if you got anything, just drop in the comments.
While we're waiting on some questions, I just want to reiterate, it can be guys from my club, your club. If guys from my club have questions about bass, like signing up for your tournament, what way do you want them to get in touch with you?
What was that? I'm sorry.
How would you like my guys to get in touch with you about details of your tournament?
I mean, they can just send me a Facebook message if they have my number, text or call me. I mean, probably Facebook Messenger is the easiest way.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, same thing. Facebook Messenger is the easiest thing.
Yeah, I don't mind answering any questions.
Cool.
And speaking of questions, I don't see anything in here, so okay. I'll give everybody another minute. If you have something, please get it in here so we can try to answer it. If not, reach out to me or Chris on Facebook if you have a question about either club. SMKA questions, I'll try to answer them the best I can. I'm sure Chris with the bass questions, he'll do the same. Huh. Check this dude out. Philip said I got here late. Can you start over? No, we're not starting over.
A case of that honey, I'll start over.
No, that honey is not that good. I'm sorry.
Dude. All you gotta do is hit the replay button.
What you can do is when we end this stream, you can replay it. Sean said, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Old Team Congaree. Sean said he's bringing. You know how there's recruiting rules in NCAA.
Yeah.
Sean Scott, he's the VP at SMKA. He's out there recruiting, bro. So
Sean, I'm gonna go and tell you, make sure to come awards. There's gonna be some great food, and I really think you're gonna enjoy it. So don't miss awards, man.
Oh, he ain't gonna miss them awards.
Yeah, you're definitely a fun one to have at awards.
Yeah, knowing him, he'll probably get a spot to stay at the lake at he likes to stay at the state park a lot.
Sean, you can't be recruiting my guys, man. Philip, he's bass, man. He's bass all the way. Yeah.
Philip gets to determine on his own what club he fishes for. Which I'll just say out loud, Philip, I don't care which club you fish for, man. I know you fish with both. You're a good angler either way. I might sabotage your spot if you sign up for the other team. That's okay.
He says flipping a coin. Dude, he first season with Bass, the Bass Nation Trail. I don't know if anybody else knows. I think you know. He showed up at Lake Greenwood for the first event and dropped the W out there.
Yeah.
First season on the trail. First tournament, first time fishing Lake Greenwood. And he dropped the bag to win. And I mean, that wasn't, that's not an easy lake to fish that time of year. But he did awesome, and he punched his ticket straight out the bag for the first event. And he's followed the trail all season. He said, been downhill from there.
It does stink when it happens. My second kayak tournament that I've ever fished in was with SMKA, and I won. My second one. And I was like, oh man, this is easy. I don't know. I've only won one other SMK event since then, and it was a team tournament. That was the same year. I hadn't won. I've gotten big bass several times, and then I've won some Carolina Yak challenges, KBS and stuff like that.
Yep.
But these guys at SMKA, man, they tough, bro. So they always find a way to catch a freaking 23 or 24 right at the end of the day.
Yeah. Bass Yak Davis, I believe that's Barry. We allow 2 motors. For those that don't know, 2 electric motors. You can't have a Yamaha on the back of your kayak, but 2 electric motors we allow. Y'all also allow that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think we have a specific rule about that. I just know it can't be. Our rule does state that it can't be over whatever the horsepower is. That
I think most everybody uses 3. I believe
3.
that's how
I want to
it's
say
written.
that I'd have to re-look at the rules, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 horsepower.
Yeah, I don't know, but most of these electric outboard trolling motors or whatever, it's 3 horsepower max they put on them anyway.
Yeah. So. No, we're not going to be like I don't know what it is in Guatemala or something. I see those guys in kayaks with dang 20 horsepower Yamahas on the back of it. Them guys are crazy. They'd be scatting across the water. No, just electric only. I'm not partial to. If you guys have 2 motors on your kayak, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, 2 motors are great. I think we implemented that rule this year. I believe JC is what got that going. So
gotcha.
I mean, we're good with it. If y'all are good with it, Barry, that answers your
it.
question. If you're going to double dip, 2 motors are good.
Yep.
So.
Yep, absolutely.
If there's not any more questions, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, staying on this 48 minutes almost. This is we might start doing this a little more often actually for bass, and I don't see why not. But
Dude,
one more time, this is the man to beat right here. I mean,
you trying to bait them guys now? Woo.
Bait them, huh? This guy right here, I believe he's came down for the last 2 Santee events. He's solid wherever he goes. But right now, this is who's leading our Angler of the Year, and we're going to see if he can hold it and take that W. But
I guess I should put this out here since we're talking about this. Our current leader, our current Angler of the Year is Travis Dotson, and he just got 18th or 19th in the Bassmaster event at Santee. So
he sure did.
Watch out, that boy. Yeah. I should have never took him. I took him fishing at Santee. He messed me. He said, "I don't know too much about fishing Santee." I should have told him no that day. He's been beating me ever since.
Yeah. Matter of fact, didn't we fish with him the Friday before the tournament?
Dude, yeah, the Friday before the tournament. I guess the tournament's over, so let's just talk about it. Caleb catches a 6-pounder, a 23-inch, and then while you still have that fish on the measuring board, Travis Dotson starts pulling up a 23 3/4 that weighed 8 pounds. Change y'all wasn't 50 yards away from each other.
No, literally I was putting mine back in the water as he's saying, "Oh my God, that's a big one."
Yeah.
But it's I haven't fished with Travis. I can't remember. I've fished with him before, but I can't remember the last time. But it's crazy to see. You take somebody that just got started, in the last couple of years recently, and look how far they've made it in such a short time.
Yep.
I mean, it's awesome to see that.
Yeah, I have this plague where I take people fishing and they catch their personal best when I go take them fishing. I mean, I guess it's a blessing to watch people catch their personal best. I call it a plague. But what'll happen is I'll catch a bunch of 13-inchers while you guys are catching 20, 21, 24s, all that kind of stuff. So
now Friday, was that his PB?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the 3rd time I've been with him where he's broke his PB. We had a day, I want to say it was in February. We went out in the morning. I think we caught 1 or 2 little ones apiece. The weather was nasty. It started raining. Dude, we literally loaded back up, took a nap in our trucks, ate some lunch, and then went back out and absolutely demolished the fish. It was a lipless bite. We went out into this little grass line, and I don't know how many fish we caught. We got a bunch of fish. It was the most fish he'd ever caught in a day, and he broke his personal best. I think that was the 2nd time that he broke his PB with me.
The excitement on his face catching that fish, you just couldn't beat seeing a guy being that excited.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then the next day went out there and got on pretty good, enough to collect a good paycheck in Bassmaster. So
I think I got a picture of it.
I'll bet you do. Yeah, you did. You took pictures of it. That's right. Because I took pictures of you and you took pictures of him.
Yep, sure did. What we're talking about, this deserves some. I know we're rambling at this point, but hey, man, if you can always rewatch this, or if you're good, dip out. We're rambling, so why not?
Right. Talking about these AOYs, which didn't he cash a check at Bassmaster too?
Can't remember.
I thought he was up there pretty good. I'd have to double check, but I want to say he was up there pretty good too.
There were a good bit of guys, especially like some of the Queen City guys. They were way up there.
Yeah, ain't no telling what would have happened day 2 now.
No, I know me and you went out Sunday and we were locked in, dude.
Dude, we got on him quick, bro. I knew that was gonna happen. Ugh, is what it is, though.
Barry said he cashed a check in Queen City.
He cashed check in Queen City. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that he did or Lowell did?
Lowell did.
Oh, okay.
There's that fish Travis caught right behind me.
Is that me in the background?
It had to be because I don't have a camo kayak and you were the only other one out there.
That's my new kayak in the background. That thing looks nice. I look good in that kayak.
Yeah, guess what you're not getting? We given away one just like that, but you didn't fish this season, so you don't have a chance of getting it.
Well, there's always next year. I guess I'll have to learn how to fish in 60 foot of water with y'all.
So Lowell got 9th in Queen City last weekend.
9th in Queen City. Okay, still a good showing.
Barry, if you're still in here, did he come the weekend before for the SCBNKS tournament? Lowell, I know you came down. This would be pretty much your 3 out of 4 weekends. You're going to be at Santee if you're coming this weekend. Well, no, you are coming. You needed a cabin. What am I thinking?
That's a big fish, man.
Okay, so I don't think he did. I don't think he came for the SCBNKS event, but still,
Okay.
Wherever this dude goes, and you can almost guarantee he's going to be at the top.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
At this point,
we got some heavy hitters for this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be awesome. And I mean, there's nothing like this. I say, just about every event might be my favorite event of the year. This is truly my favorite event of the year. Your home lake, you can't beat coming back to home. I've been going away most of the season following this in Queen City. We finally got back last weekend with Queen City. So, I love fishing that trail. It just I like getting away. I've grown to like that the last year or two. So, it's nice to be back at home, which I'm in the process of actually moving to Somerton. I'm currently homeless.
Home.
Yeah, I'm about to be home. Smell the water.
Yep. Yeah, I live about my closest ramp is about 32 minutes away on the lower lake. So not quite that close, but close enough.
Yeah. But, well, I believe we've got everything covered and some.
Yep.
Like I said earlier, I appreciate everybody, tuning in, staying online. If you missed the live, thank you for rewatching. And we will see y'all this weekend at Santee Cooper.
Let's go. Cypress Classic.
Right. That's it. Cypress Classic. I appreciate you jumping on, Chris.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, dude. I appreciate it and look forward to meeting all your anglers this weekend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And same for our guys.
Cool deal.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.